There's been a lot of stuff that's been going on. It's been such crazy heavy energy with the Mercury, but finally it's gone direct today. So I just wanted to come on here and do a radio show for you guys and I don't know, basically just chat and chill. If you have any tea, we can have a tea party. I myself, I'm doing the milk thistle. So me and the dog and the bird have gone out and harvested some. And I'm just really feeling that like cleansing detox. It's just like a really good herbal tonic to create. So that's what I'm doing today. So if you want to join me, welcome. Speaking of herbal remedies, coming back to Arizona, I'll be honest, that wasn't like my favorite, most exciting aspect when it comes to medicinals. And I just want to say I was wrong. You're doing good on the homegrown front. What I'm trying to say is I've seen some other businesses and, other markets try to approach this industry with much less integrity. So for those who are still respecting what we're trying to do in terms of our healing and, this beautiful sacred plant, I just want to thank you for being in alignment with that. I've spoken before about getting off of the route of pharmaceuticals and how that was such a huge change in my life and how cannabis has actually brought me back to a more wholesome, way more healthier state. I'm actually able to do the things that I was able to do as a kid, like my brain chemistry, my mood, the way I, go through my day to day. I'm just noticing that with this integration of this plant, I've really healed. It wasn't just a band aid. There's this misconception that, you smoke some weed, you're not going to do anything with your life. But there is a way to integrate the medicine in a way that we can operate and function normally.
CBD, CBGs.
Good for us to find our own route, without all the politics and all the judgment, and I'm just keeping it real. I'm looking at myself and my history. I've been through debilitating depressions in my past, and I'm seeing myself now. I have tapped into something that works for me, If you would have told me a few years ago that I'd be doing full twisting layouts, like I'd just laugh, But this is because I found what works for me. And it doesn't work for everyone, but I just wanted to talk about this because it just gets such a bad rep. It's just such a brainwashing effect that we've had on our society. That this plant is something to be so stereotypical about and so taboo about, but there's something here for us, and I just wanted to share that with you. Gotten to a place where I've realized I can no longer hide the information that I've been given. Now, speaking of the depression that I went through, the debilitating depression, there was a few factors that led to this experience. And one of the main factors was the environment that I was in, the people that I had given trust to, the connections and friendships, the relationships that I allowed myself to have. Now, in hindsight, looking back, I'm seeing that few of these people that affected me and really did have a personal part in these depressive phases of my life. For me to be able to move on, to get to the next phase of my own life, Spirit was asking me to show up. Who are these people? What did they do? And if they have the ability to affect other people, which in my case they absolutely do, they have the ability to affect thousands of people. Since they have that potential, what are you going to do about it? Is it your obligation or responsibility in any way, shape, or form to help that situation? Now, I pondered that question for a while, and I realized that the answer to that question was yes, I did have an obligation. And I realized through working through the trauma and the pain that it was part of my healing to say, yes, this did happen. This person did that, and this is what occurred, and this was the effect. So if you've been watching my channel, that is what is occurring. There's a healing process happening. I never quite got down to the bottom of it, and Spirit's now giving me the opportunity. Something very interesting. There was a part of me that really did not care. I struggled in the past from deep apathy. Something my parents would always tell me, just in passing or something. They would say, wow, you really just don't care. And, there was so many instances where I realized, wow, I really just don't. And Spirit was saying, no, that's not helping you. That's not going to heal you. What's going to help is caring. You did get hurt. This did happen. I mean, God was really asking me to step out of that phase. Truly forgiving on a deep level. But it took, like I said, picking up my inner child and saying, what's making you cry? I apologize if people are being triggered by some of my healing processes on this channel. But at the same time, I also know that in itself might be part of their own process as well. So I'm staying in my heart, but we're doing a whole clearing process here. There is some tea. We are just being clear with what it takes for us to move on from the trauma. On that note, I just want to say thank you. We have such a strong presence now. We've called in the light. We are speaking with the Ascended Masters. Take a moment and to just pray together for continual comfort, safety, for our discernment, for our direct connection to our higher self, and for this continual evolution of our Christ consciousness. I just want to say thank you for the ability for us all to forgive, to come back together as a true soul family in oneness, in God's love.